So at second place, Chelsea in the blue, kicking from right to left in this first half. Everton in their change colours this afternoon, the pale yellow shirts with black shorts. Chelsea second in the WSL, 21 points from their 9 matches so far. 6 wins and 3 draws. 3 draws that could be costly come the end of the campaign. Everton 10th, just 5 points from their 9 matches. 1 win, 2 draws and 6 defeats. Now a chance maybe for Macario to work it through into the middle. Beaver Jones can't get on the end of it, and cleared away at the back. Carpenter's throw on by Beaver Jones. Carpenter's there again. Little cushion ball from Hermano. Walsh. Thompson. A little bit fortunate there. Naomi Germer. Baltimore. Lovely curling ball in behind James. Challenged for it by Brosnan, who gets there first. The former captain of Nottingham Forest and Ipswich, Luke Chambers, is alongside me this afternoon. And I think, Luke, Chelsea pressure in the early minutes, we're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah, I think so. You see Everton dropping in immediately to 2 banks of 4 and just allowing Chelsea have that possession, but a really early warning sign that Lauren James is going to be prepared to make those early runs forward to try and get in behind this Everton back 4.
Courtney Brosnan back in the Everton team today. Emily Ramsey having played in the last 6 in the WSL for Everton. Everton unable to keep a clean sheet in those 6, though. Macario. Great strength there to turn away. This is Liv Peng, the Swiss international. Baltimore. Germer. Germer again. The ball out to this near side. James will pick up. Up against Ishikawa. James with the ball across. Baltimore. Going for the return ball, Baltimore. James instead goes infield. Germer. Hermano lays it wide. Germer. Nicely done. Baltimore can't provide the ball into the middle.
Lovely early play down this left-hand side. Lauren James has started off this left side and then we're trying to get the ball to her as often as possible. You've noticed Beaver Jones has started off down the middle with Macario playing in almost a number 10 role, and Everton at the moment are going to have to really keep their eye on all 3 of those because there's lots of movement and interchange going on between the 3 of them.
It's a very attack-minded Chelsea lineup today. Germer. Peng. Germer's ball forward, just a touch too high for Beaver Jones. Becky Beaver Jones, 4 goals this season, up against the team that she had a season on loan with a couple of seasons back. And 4 of those WSL goals for Beaver Jones coming in the opening 4 matches of the season. Germer. January signing from San Diego Wave. Hermano. Bit of room here for Beaver Jones. got a little bit too much on that. And Thompson won't be able to get that. Kitagawa able to shield. Carpenter. Hermano. Baltimore. Macario, the low shot, and just pushed against the post by Brosnan. That looked as though it was heading in until the goalkeeper was just able to stick out a hand.
What a fantastic passage of play by Chelsea. They work it from right to left very, very well. Baltimore then picks out a fantastic pass to Macario, who's just sitting on the edge of the D. A lovely little drop of the shoulder, and the strike and the technique off the left side. But what a fantastic save by Brosnan down to a left. Brilliant, strong left arm, pushes it onto the post. And Macario just is able to clear it away for Everton.
First corner then of the afternoon, taken by Brosnan. Looking for the quick release as well. Rather sliced that clearance. Picked up though by Payne. Mano. Germa. Be interesting when we get to the 10-minute mark to see the amount of possession that Chelsea have had. It'll be pretty high.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for Everton. Do they really come out early and start to press them high, but then they leave spaces like this with James on the ball?
Cleared away by Kitagawa. Here's Lucy Bronze.
I think with Chelsea have so much quality in so many different positions that if they don't get so much pressure on them, especially as they enter their defensive half, then they're going to be able to pick those passes. But it's okay allowing Chelsea to have the ball in these areas here, but then you need to make sure you lock on with the opposition to really close the space down.
Plenty of familiar faces looking on from the substitutes bench. It just shows the strength in depth that Chelsea have. Germa. Walsh. Field from Baltimore. Made wide by Fernandez. Here's Fernandez again. Brosnan's clearance, plenty of distance on it as well. Possibly a little too much.
You can see the totally opposite approach from Chelsea now. Whenever Brosnan has the ball, all of Chelsea's players are pushing onto the halfway line. They've gone player for player in the half opposition, not allowing any space. So Brosnan, his only option is to go long.
Payne. It's a real battle, and it's a battle that will be won by Claire Wheeler. He gets the decision. The Australian international.
Really good play there by Wheeler, just taking the sting out of the game, keeping hold of possession and getting her team going again.
Just looking down at the statistics, there we have it. 84% possession for Chelsea.
I think Brian Sorensen will be relatively pleased though with his side start, keeping any chances to a minimum so far.
Wheeler loses out. Macario. Baltimore. James on this near side. Macario. Baltimore. Couldn't quite get it out from underneath their feet, nor could Macario. And Vignola is fouled.
Again from Chelsea, lovely bit of intricate play. But really good defensive work again by Everton. Bodies in the way. Vignola, she turns away and just takes the pressure off, just buying that foul for her side. but they're definitely getting bodies in the right area. I've noticed so far they're allowing Kerr for Chelsea to have a lot of the possession on this left-hand side, and then they're bringing the majority of their defence over to cover in those spaces.
Chase for Ishikawa. She's not going to get there, though. Peng made her debut in the WSL for Chelsea, in goal in their last match in the league, the 1-1 draw away to Liverpool. And Hampton currently out, but Liv Peng, who joined in the summer, terrific deputy, the Swiss international goalkeeper. A lovely ball through, now a chase for Payne. Gargo's in the middle. Payne's ball across towards Gargo. Can it be finished at the far post? It can! Honoka Hayashi has put Everton in front very much against the run of play.
Absolutely brilliant from Everton. They're just allowing Kerr to stay on the ball, but it's the use of the ball here and the turn in behind from Amoki that releases Payne, and the pace and power to get herself down this near side and deliver a brilliant cross that you're expecting Gago to pop it in. But the finish and the aggression and determination to get on the end of that from Hayashi is absolutely brilliant, and what a dream start for Everton.
It's only the 6th goal that Chelsea have conceded in the WSL this season. Ball across from Payne. Gargo couldn't get on the end of it. Hayashi most certainly could. Chelsea 0, Everton 1. After Chelsea had dominated possession in the opening exchanges. It's not a happy hunting ground for Everton. Matches against Chelsea, indeed. They've lost on their last 8 WSL visits to Chelsea. Should be tidied and cleared by Ruby Mace, and it is. Last season it was 2-1 to Chelsea. Before that, 3-0, 7-0, 4-0, 4-0 and 3-0. Here come Chelsea, looking for a swift equaliser. Macaria with the ball across, and that'll be another corner.
Yeah, good reaction from Chelsea to get themselves back into the game very, very quickly. Macario has been the real promising start for Chelsea, but the amount of bodies and numbers that Everton are getting back, they had 10 of their own players inside their own 18-yard box to snuff out any danger. Just got to deal with a set piece now.
Sandy Baltimore, the French international, delivers it deep. Cleared by Ishikawa. Germa. Macario. You can see that gesturing that she didn't have too many options. Walsh trying to lay it in behind for James. Out for the goal kick. Chelsea have scored in all 31 of their WSL matches under Sonia Bonpastor. They've not lost at home in the WSL since a 1-0 defeat to Manchester City back in February of 2024. 18 at home in the league, without defeat since then. And that loss to Manchester City back in February of last year was also the last WSL fixture that they failed to score in. Ominous statistics for Everton. Ishikawa. Chase on here for Vignola. As you can see and hear, the coaches are just below the camera position at Kingsmeadow. So we will hear pretty much every single word. Vignola able to turn. Chance for the shot on goal. It's a long way wide though. No problems for Liv Peng.
A good counter-attacking play again from Everton. They work the ball out to the left-hand side to Hayashi, who takes the shot on, but it's 3v3. So they need to try, and can they be a bit more considered when they do break forward, because Chelsea are committing bodies forward, so when they do lose possession, they are susceptible to a counter-attack. So Everton's plan so far is working very, very well. As you see here, Germa's being left completely on her own. And they're comfortable with that because every other position is covered. So they're forcing the play down this left-hand side to win the ball back with their numbers.
Baltimore. Germa. Lovely little drop of the shoulder and burst of pace here from James. Macario. Carpenter on the overlap, trying to deliver it into the middle. James gets a deflection and a block away. Chelsea continue to press. Baltimore. James. On by Walsh into the path of teammate. Now a chance to play it across Thompson. It's Alicia Thompson. Did she keep that ball for a Chelsea corner? It is a goal kick.
But brilliant delivery from Payne as she broke away for the goal, and the ball across. You think Gago's going to get on the end of it, but the determination and the anticipation that that's going to come all the way across the 6-yard box to get yourself on the score sheet. Brilliant finish for Everton.
Monica Hayashi getting her second goal in the WSL this season. Also scored in the 4-1 defeat at home to Manchester United, which is the WSL fixture that Everton played at the new Hill Dickinson Stadium. Bronze. Germa. Walsh. Macario. Carpenter has Thompson ahead of her. Bronze skips away from Gargo. Bronze, was that a push? Chelsea fans claiming a free kick. Nobody in blue on the pitch though.
No, it could have been a foul, potentially. We'd have to see it back, but it just went, it seemed like Beaver Jones went down a little bit too easy from probably a poor pass from Bronze into her. Just missed her by a yard or so to her right-hand side. The frustrations maybe starting to build for Chelsea. Everton's game plan so far has worked perfectly for them.
Rano will leave it. Germa. Baltimore on this near side. Walsh. Finds Ellie Carpenter. Up against Kitagawa. Carpenter. Romano. Walsh. Germa. Baltimore. Kerr considering the ball into the middle there, perhaps.
Yes, we have people there.
Chelsea patiently probing. James, lovely turn to get away from Vignola. Carpenter. Taking on Kitagawa. Nelly Carpenter, the Australian international who joined in the summer after 5 years at Lyon. Approaching the midway point of the first half then. Chelsea 0, Everton 1. Monaco Hayashi with the goal for Everton. Corner is deep again. Brosnan comes for it.
Brilliant goalkeeper again from Brosnan. She's absolutely dominated that 6-yard area, especially from every set piece. Big early shout, positive movement towards the ball. I think that's the calmest Brian Sorensen's been over the last few weeks, especially in the WSL fixtures so far.
Yeah, it's not been a good run for Everton at all, although they have now scored in their last 6 in a row in the WSL. Goal their 13th of the season in the league.
Just think the tactical setup so far from Everton and their game plan has been very, very impressive so far.
Oh, that could have been costly as it came off Gargo. Away by Bronze. Bronze over in that far corner. Chance for Chelsea to break. Everton have committed a lot of bodies forward, and there's space on this near side for Baltimore. Himana stopped in her tracks, though. Mace looking to get back into position. Macario. Walsh. Thompson. Away by Fernandez. Kerr. Walsh. Hooked away to safety by Rion Ishikawa. Walsh. Carpenter. Got a little too much underneath that. Well, you said right at kickoff, Luke, that Everton would look to come here, quieten the crowd, frustrate them, and they've done exactly that.
Yeah, well, it give you the idea that I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think what they've done so far is really not given Chelsea any space in the right areas. So, for example, Baltimore's getting a lot of possession high on this left-hand side, but Payne's done absolutely brilliantly. She's just showing her on her right foot, and she doesn't want to go there. And it's everything that Chelsea don't want to do. Everton are there to stop anything that they're trying to do. They're allowing them to do things that they don't want to do, and that's causing a little bit of frustration now. Maybe the wrong decision-making in certain times, with Carpenter just delivering that cross that goes high and wide out for a goal kick. So this is the one that's really intriguing for me, just allowing Kerr to have the ball and covering every other position across the pitch so far.
Baltimore. James. Slightly short, Bronze got there. Kerr. We'll pick up the loose ball. Cleared away by Hayashi, the goal scorer. This is Macario. Carpenter, Thompson to her right. Elisa Thompson to drive it across. Gargo. Header came in from Payne and she was caught. head injury, so the whistle has to be blown.
Yeah, I think Mamiki just dipped down to try and head the ball just clear. I think Gago a little bit of a sloppy one over the top, and I don't think there's any intention there from Hamano, but you have to stop the game. Everton are appealing for all the fouls in the world at the moment just to slow down the tempo, but no real intention from Hamano there.
Sonny Van Bostoel led Chelsea to the treble in England last season. Their next target, of course, is the Champions League, as well as retaining the domestic title. Van Bostoel, who won the Champions League, both as a player and as a coach with Lyon.
I've got 30 seconds.
Brosnan then will restart play. Mamiki waits to come back on again. Gago. Carpenter. Macario. Gathered by Baltimore. Cut out by Wheeler. He should clear this. Under pressure though from James. Claire Wheeler, who was an unused squad member for Australia at the last Women's World Cup. One of my best memories of that tournament was being in Sydney on the night of the dramatic penalty shootout up in Brisbane when Australia won. The whole of the capital city seemed to be on the streets watching TV through windows of restaurants and electrical stores. Germer. Beaver Jones. Germer. Baltimore. James has Germer just behind her, works it into the middle.
It's good possession-based stuff from Chelsea, but they're not really threatening Everton really very often. No real running in behind. They're delivering crosses from deep now, trying to force the issue, and Everton have always got that player over, so they're outnumbering Chelsea when the balls do come in the area.
Well, one set of supporters and players will be very happy with this score. Aren't involved today. Manchester City 6 points clear at the top of the WSL before kick-off in this match. Having won earlier today. Remember, Chelsea beat Manchester City on the opening weekend of the season. Germer. Taken down here by Baltimore. Just sliced it and got underneath it a touch.
Yeah, a good chance for Chelsea. A lovely bit of play from Walsh into Hamano, who again had made that run forward, and that's only the 1 or 2 times that they've done that so far. Dropped out to Baltimore because the space has been created in behind, but unfortunately the technique was a little bit off.
Wheeler. Yola couldn't keep hold of it. Chelsea throw. Ryan Sorensen. 3.5 years ago now at Everton, back in April of 2022. Everton have finished 6th, 8th and 8th in his 3 full seasons in charge. James. Baltimore. Baltimore's ball into the middle. Walsh.
Brilliant defending again from Everton. This time it's Kitagawa at the back post who just get herself inside that back post to head the ball away. And if you're Everton, you'll take those half volleys and speculative efforts from outside the box, 25, 30 yards all afternoon. Brilliant defensive work again from Everton's back 4.
Chelsea having drawn their last 2. They haven't gone 3 in the WSL without a win since the start of the 2018-19 season. The last of those 3, all those years ago, was a goalless draw against Everton. Worked on by Mamiki. Bounce might fall kindly here for Everton. Vignola gets away from Walsh. Can't get away though from Hamano. Beaver Jones. Thompson racing up that far side. It's Elisa Thompson bearing down on goal now for Chelsea. And just away. Heroic goalkeeping from Courtney Brosnan.
And that's what we're going to see. The way Chelsea will break is if Everton lose possession, and it's a brilliant ball through by Beaver Jones to Alyssa Thompson, and you think it's going to be 1-1, but what a fantastic save again from Brosnan, who just gets enough on it with her almost right elbow. Alyssa Thompson does everything right, goes across the goal, and then it's covered away for Everton, and thankfully for them it remains 1-0.
So the players coming across to this near side while Brosnan receives treatment.
Yeah, worrying signs here for Brosnan, and it looked like she immediately referenced her knee once she'd made that brilliant save. So fingers crossed for her and Everton that it isn't too serious and she can continue, but it's never nice to see, especially when something quite so innocuous as she went down and made a really good save. Hopefully it's just a jar as she's landed.
Courtney Brosnan recalled today to the Everton starting lineup. You can hear a few boos, but it was a genuine injury, not unlike some that we've seen recently, particularly in the men's game.
No comment. But that's just a warning sign now for Everton, because they looked like they were in fantastic possession on the break, on the counter-attack, and unfortunately Vignola overran her touch, and then Chelsea were able to break with pace into space without Everton setting their formation, and they did it brilliantly. But if it wasn't for a fantastic save by Brosnan, it would certainly be 1-1. But there's some certain warning signs and a bit of improvement from Chelsea now.
Those Everton fans who travel to see their team have actually seen Everton win all of their points this season away from home. Beaver Jones. Challenge came in from Ishikawa. Everton should clear this one away. Germa. James. Thompson on that far side. Faced by Kitagawa. Vicario. Defenders again around the Chelsea player very quickly. On that occasion it was Vignola.
They're covering the ground so well to snuff out any real threats, as no one has any time on the ball when they get anywhere near Everton's goal, and they're defending brilliantly, but the question is, can they keep this up for 90 minutes? The intensity they're playing at is fantastic, but spaces are going to start opening up, and this number 7 Wheeler's been absolutely brilliant. Every single time she's won the ball back for her team, and they've driven up the pitch, kept possession, allowed them to sort of slow things down a little bit to get themselves back into a real defensive, solid shape.
Carpenter. Macario. Thompson, Beaver Jones is ahead of her. Cross though came Mace. I wonder if he collects badges. Actually, that hat must weigh a lot with all those metal badges on it. Macario. James. Baltimore. Baltimore's ball across.
What a strike from Baltimore. And that's the first time she's been able to get outside of pain onto that strong left foot, and it just drifts past the far post. I definitely think she's going for goal with the shot. But a real warning sign again for Everton. Got to stay doing what they've been doing in this opening 35 minutes.
Thompson. Probably have to go back, and indeed she does, for Bronze. The first appearance of the season in October, Lucy Bronze, after winning Euro 2025 with that fracture in her leg. Peg. Germer. Baltimore. Walsh. Kerr. Romano. Into the middle, it was just half away from Macario, was hoping to get a shot away. James, hoping to do likewise, can't do so.
Ruby Mace again, first to everything, breaking every single attack up. She's been brilliant in this first 40 minutes for Everton.
Baltimore. Thompson. Carpenter. And who's there again?
There she is again.
Nice.
But they're never nice, those ones. Come flying in from across, and if you just misjudge it, maybe off the top of her head, having to take a minute, but what a performance so far from her, keeping her team.
Carpenter. Baltimore. Chased here by Payne. Cleared by Payne.
Yeah, Payne's done brilliant up against Baltimore. It's a real good battle out on this near side. Payne's almost playing at right back when she should be playing right midfield, but she's having to do exactly what she needs to do for her side this afternoon.
Everton's points coming on the road, although it was a short road to Anfield on the opening weekend when they won convincingly at Liverpool by 4-1. They've also had 2 draws on their travels, 1-1 at Leicester and 3-3 at Aston Villa when they got a 94th minute equaliser through Kelly Gargo. Gargo is chasing down Bronze here. Baltimore should get there first. James. James again. Macario. Carpenter. Thompson to her right. Elisa Thompson. Wins the corner. Pressure building as we go into the final 5 minutes of the first half.
Good work again from Chelsea, getting the ball out to this right-hand side, and Alyssa Thompson certainly come into it a lot more, but as that ball comes in, it crashes off Kitagawa's almost relaxed left foot off the edge of the toe, which has then jarred her ankle. They're really painful, those ones, so hopefully she'll be all right to continue. But it was a real nasty one, especially on the slow motion as that ball came in. Just opened up her ankle joint. But this will frustrate the home crowd even more now.
Hikaru Kitagawa receiving treatment. That's the story of the match so far in numbers. Look at that, 9 shots from Chelsea, but only 2 of those 9 have been on target. 1 on target for Everton, and that is the one that they scored from, Monika Hayashi, after 12 minutes for the visitors. And the main question for Everton now is whether they could hold on to that lead until half-time. So Everton temporarily down to 10. Half a dozen in blue in the penalty area, but Chelsea will try something a little different, which didn't work at all.
I think Mamiki read it very, very early, did brilliantly to get across the ground to clear that one away.
Kerr. Carpenter. Thompson, faced by Vignola.
I think Lauren James found herself on that right-hand side. She's just floating around now, trying to pick up pockets to try and make something positive happen for her side. But again, poor execution and decision on the cross and when to play is letting Everton off the hook without any real pressure to defend.
Made by Brosnan, Mamiki. And again, immediately under pressure though from Walsh. Straight out of play from Martina Fernandez, young Spanish defender. James. Wolves trying to play it back into the path of Carpenter. Everton again holding firm at the back. Bronze, the last outfield player back for Chelsea. Germer.
No! Go in! Good!
Fernandez with the header.
You get it!
Gargo.
Protect! Get on the cloud, flag it down!
Micah Hamano. Baltimore. Beaver Jones. 2 defenders were immediately upon her, and away by Mace, and she timed that challenge beautifully to clear it away.
Certainly a risky one when you dive in there, but she's got absolutely everything right so far this half. And then first the block, then she comes across again and makes a brilliant tackle. But another opportunity for Chelsea to put some more pressure on Everton up until this half-time.
Ruby Mace, who joined Everton at the start of September from Leicester. Into the last minute then of the opening 45. Again, pushed away by Brosnan. Vignola's clearance. Might have quite a chunk of additional time. We've had a few stoppages in this first half. I'm trying to argue it's her throw.
It did look like it might have come off Carpenter as they went across to the byline. You probably don't get them ones away from home.
Thompson. Carpenter racing forward to try and get on the end of it. Fernandez with the touch. And down below, 5 minutes have been indicated for the amount of additional time. Baltimore goes past Mace with ease, but Mace recovers. Walsh, James, Lauren James wins another corner. Taken quickly. James lofts it into the middle, away by the tall figure of Gargo. And again, flag up on the far side for offside.
It's been a brilliant team performance from an Everton's perspective defensively. Even your main strikers back in the 6 to 18-yard box and heading the ball clear. Bodies are on the line. They're defending brilliantly. They're going to have to offer a little bit more going forward in the second half. But other than that, brilliant first half performance.
And for Chelsea, frustration, and Aggie Beaver-Jones up front, we've not really seen very much of her in an attacking sense at all. Although here she is. Kamano. Baltimore, pursued by Ishikawa. It's another corner. Leon Ishikawa, another summer arrival at Everton, joining from Urara Red Diamonds. Well, they don't quite need a revolution, Chelsea, but they do need an equaliser. Again, the option of a short corner. James, though, curls it into the middle. Gargo with the header. Who's that going to come off? Well, it's the goalkeeper who made the block in the end, Brosnan. Real moment of alarm at the back there for Everton. Kitagawa. Returned by Carpenter. James. Macario. Baltimore. Macario looking for Carpenter on that far side. Support from James. Carpenter. The corners are coming thick and fast now for Chelsea.
Yeah, the pressure's certainly started to build. Chelsea look like they've just gone up a little notch. More runners, more intensity. And this was the one here. I don't know who it comes off in the end, but Gargo gets the first header. And I think it's Ishikawa who clears it up in the end, but it could have gone anywhere.
Driven towards goal, save from Brosnan, put behind for a corner by Fernandez. Chelsea really are ending this first half very strongly indeed. Almost constant pressure on the Everton goal as they search for an equaliser. Romano made a run towards the near post. Gargo's header. That came off a Chelsea player, last of all, though.
I think that one came off Lucy Bronze, and again, we haven't mentioned her name at all because Gargo's almost man-marked her out the game. It's very, very difficult for her to get involved, but brilliant defending again from Everton. But the pressure's certainly starting to build.
She'll take her time here, Brosnan. Well aware that we are very close to 5 minutes of additional time having been played. Germer. Wheeler really pressing here. Chelsea in their own half, hoping to force an error. Everton in front at half-time, which is a scoreline that very few surely would have predicted. Hanoka Hayashi with the only goal of the first half, coming after 12 minutes. Chelsea have really pressed looking for an equaliser, but haven't been able to get one so far. Half-time then, in this Week 10 fixture, it is Chelsea 0, Everton 1. Minutes ahead, which could be pivotal in the WSL this season. If Chelsea lose this match, Manchester City will end Week 10 in the WSL 6 points clear at the top of the table. Chelsea in the blue, Everton in their change colours of the pale yellow, black shorts. No changes to either team in terms of half-time substitutions. Bronze. Kerr, who saw an awful lot of the ball in the first half. Can Chelsea find a way back? Will Everton be able to hold on to their lead? Can they even extend it, perhaps? Away by Mace, who's been outstanding at the back so far for Everton. Expect most of this second half to go exactly the same way as pretty much most of the first half, in terms of Chelsea pushing forward and looking for a goal. Everton relying on the rare breakaway. Carpenter. Bronze. Gerber. As far as Everton are concerned, Luke, will Brian Sorensen have basically been saying, really well done, keep it up.
Yeah, good on.
Absolutely, and we've heard him all through the first half and started again, and now it's everything so positive, guiding his side through the game so far. And they're playing with that a little bit more confidence now, and you can see they're feeling quite comfortable in the game plan again, leaving Germer on the ball. So it'll be up to Chelsea to really force the issue now.
Field from Baltimore. Germer. Floodlights on at Kings Meadow. Approaching to 20-4 in the afternoon in the UK. Darkness descends rapidly at this time of year. And towards Macario. Away by Mace. Baltimore. Germer. Beaver Jones. Faced by Ishikawa. Driven high into the middle. And comfortable for Brosnan. Some outstanding saves from Courtney Brosnan in the first half to deny Chelsea. To find a way past her in the second half. There to return from this game with a point. Kitagawa. Kitagawa's ball in field. It's back from Wheeler. Kitagawa drives it deep. Half away by Germer. Gargo. Back into the middle. Wheeler. Challenged by Thompson. Possibly half a chance there for Everton.
That's a big chance, absolutely massive chance at the back post. And if Gaga was a little bit more positive, potentially could have had a header at the back post to put her side 2-0 up.
Macario. Nicely done. Baltimore up against Ishikawa. He makes the block. Forward by Kerr. Baltimore. Mano. Beaver Jones. Maggie Beaver Jones looking for somebody in the middle. Instead goes wide to Carpenter.
Stay on, just stay on it.
Macario. Macario's chip ball across. Should be cleared, and is by Payne. Baltimore. Driven high. That's headed behind, corner kick. Tagawa taking no chances.
The majority of the positive play for Chelsea this afternoon's come from Sandy Baltimore on the left-hand side.
Big change coming up. Sam Kerr is about to come on. Baltimore will take this corner kick then. Beaver Jones couldn't get on the end of it. On from Hayashi. Chase on for Everton here in the shape of Payne. Man up. Macario. Mano.
Easy. Dribble.
Carpenter's ball in field. Romano. Beaver Jones had made a run ahead of her. Walsh.
Good. Tight.
Carpenter. A little bit of room, but then quickly crowded out. Bronze is the last outfield player back for Chelsea. German. Baltimore. James. Macario in close attendance. Walsh. Taken down by Thompson. Romano. Beaver Jones tried to turn. Way though by Fernandez. Chelsea pick up again. Carpenter. Thompson. Stout defending again. Cleared away by Hayashi. Now, will Chelsea make the change now, or just delay it for a few moments? Baltimore takes it short. Baltimore's ball into the middle. By Everton once again. Romano. Look at that, the amount of corners. Chelsea into double figures now. Stretching. Beaver Jones got there first though. And from Macario towards Baltimore. Everton's clearance. Nobody really up front though for them. Gargo the sole player. James might have just put too strong a touch on it, and indeed so. Now the change will be made, and it's going to be a double change for Chelsea. Lauren James is off. Sam Kerr comes on in her place, and listen to the cheer from the Chelsea faithful. For the Australian, who comes on for her 8th appearance of the season in the WSL, all of them as a substitute. She makes her return back from that long spell out because of an ACL injury. And Katerina Macario is the other player who is being withdrawn. And Sjoeke Nuschken, the German midfielder, is also coming on. A change for Everton, perhaps. Claire Wheeler coming off. Perhaps a little bit surprising. Wheeler will be replaced by Karen Holmgaard, the Danish international, so a straight swap in midfield for Everton. Carpenter. Goalkeeper should clear. Well, might have whacked it clear, but went for the short pass, and Everton are able to get it away from danger for the moment. Carpenter. Beaver Jones. Change coming in from Nuschken. Goalkeeper will come and gather. Baltimore. Another corner. Thompson tried to find her way through.
Yeah, good cover again for Everton. Momiki's covered a lot of ground for her side this afternoon. But we've noticed Elisa Thompson has gone to put herself on that left-hand side to try and get a bit more involvement, a bit more space for Chelsea.
So it'll be a left-footed outswinger then from Baltimore. Kerr was rising, couldn't get on the end of it. And we can try again.
Yeah, for all of Chelsea's corners, I make that 12 corners they've had now. There hasn't been too many clear opportunities from them.
Baltimore delivers. Bond's trying to get underneath it. Everton able to clear. And they might be able to break here.
A little bit of tiredness creeping in now for Everton when they do win the ball back. They're giving it back to Chelsea very, very quickly. Need to try and just stay in some possession, but Chelsea's certainly getting stronger now as the minutes are passing by.
Thompson back across really now to the Chelsea left. He played on the right in the first half. Bronze cut out by Hayashi. His goal is still the difference between these two teams. Beaver Jones.
Beaver Jones has come out to this near side now, playing off the right. Sam Kerr's coming down the middle. And Nuschken's just playing in behind her as in a number 10. So a little bit of a rejig for Chelsea just to try and open the door now.
Kerr. Picked up by Baltimore. Germa. Baltimore. Thompson just ahead of her. Into the middle, Beaver Jones was arriving, picked up by Carpenter. Can she get a shot away? She can.
Looked like a real good opening work by Chelsea. A lovely ball in again from Baltimore, defended brilliantly by Fernandez, but it drops down to Carpenter. There's a little bit of a hesitation from Everton to get out to the ball. Unfortunately for them, Carpenter just comes off the technique and a little bit of a rush in the end. It just flies over the top of the crossbar.
Fernandez. Well beaten in the air. Mushkin. This is Sam Kerr.
What an opportunity for Chelsea to get themselves back on level terms, and you wouldn't want it to fall to anyone else. And it's probably the first time that Ruby Mace has made a mistake and misjudged the situation this afternoon. Loses possession, and it's just a little bit of a rush from Sam Kerr. She's probably thinking about all that time she's been out injured and just wants to get that ball in the back of the net to go off and celebrate. But a real let-off for Everton.
Nice. Carpenter. Beaver Jones sliding in. Beaver Jones. Kamano again. Just under half an hour to go. It's going to be a very long half hour as far as Everton are concerned. It might be a very long half an hour as far as Chelsea are concerned if they cannot find an equaliser.
With just that passage in play there, they just injected a little bit more pace into their attack. Played forward, run forward, playing into Kerr's feet, round corners, and I think that's probably the avenue they're going to have to take.
Thompson looking to find a way past Mace. Kerr. There's a surge of noise every time the ball comes near to Sam Kerr.
Yeah, and that's the pace that I just spoke about there. Alyssa Thompson gets herself away down the left, and it's a lovely ball, but I just think the conditions, as the ball is clipped in, it almost hangs up a little bit. And Sam Kerr, as she tries to jump and hang to head the ball, it's just held up. You can see the wind there, just blowing off the near side, which is literally just took it off a fraction of Sam Kerr's head.
Shots for Chelsea, but only 3 on target. 1 on target from Everton. At the goal. Luka Hayashi. Bronze might have a go from here. Well, it's sat up nicely. Throw didn't really help Fernandez at all there. Vignola. Payne. Great chance here for Everton. Shot easily gathered by Liv Peng. From Mamiki. Everton have committed quite a few bodies forward there. Thompson. Faced back Ishikawa. She's gone past her as well. It's away though by Holmgaard.
And that's the thing now, when Everton do spring on a counter-attack, it's when they lose possession, it leaves a lot of space now for Chelsea, so it's a real difficult conundrum for them to try and figure out. Holmgaard, brilliant bit of covering into the centre of the box from central midfield.
And Holmgaard coming on as a substitute for the 3rd WSL match in a row for Everton. Walsh. Anticipation there from Kitagawa. Gargo. Foul by Bronze.
I think it was definitely a foul, but that one there just opened up. We spoke about the wind. It almost looked like it was going to be flying in the top corner from Lucy Bronze. But you're not going to beat Brosnan today when she's on the sort of form that she has been.
Chelsea looking for a way back into this match. Make a further change. Johanna Ruting candidate comes on. The Swedish international candidate. Crossfield ball. Henry with the header down. Looking for Nusken. Everton are there again to clear it away. We're going to have a triple change now for Everton. Rosa van Hoor, Katja Schnois are two of the three coming on. Payne is off. Vignola is also coming off. Katie Robinson, on loan for the season from Aston Villa, comes on up front. And Yuka Mamiki is also being withdrawn. Bronze underneath it. Conrad.
Go Kelly, ready. Get up, Kelly.
Carpenter.
Start to get up, start to get up, start to get up.
You can hear Brian Sorensen
Right
shouting
here,
out
Good, stand feet.
instructions and guidance from just below in the technical area. Bronze. Thompson. Still with that disciplined approach to defending. You can see every time Chelsea get near the area, defenders converge quickly. Hongard gets it away. Chelsea come away with possession. Kerr wanted it played into her path. Thompson. Baltimore. Baltimore again. This by Hongard. Baltimore drives it across, blocked by Ishikawa. Baltimore once more. Romano lays it up into the area, chested back to the goalkeeper. Chelsea appealing for handball.
I don't think it was a handball in the end. It's a great ball in for Hamano, causes confusion. Mace almost jumps out of it, and it just pops off Ishikawa, who'd made a brilliant recovery inside that back post.
Here come Everton, great chance. Robinson, first touch, very much let her down. What an inspired substitution that would have been had she been able to double Everton's lead. Picked up by Walsh. Thompson, Baltimore, trying to create a little bit of room for herself. It is a goal kick. We have 20 minutes plus additional time remaining. Everton still lead, thanks to that 12th minute goal from Honoka Hayashi. But I think, Luke Chambers, we're entering that period where Everton, instead of holding on, are hanging on.
A little bit. Chelsea are not creating enough chances and asking enough real threatening questions on Everton at the moment. It's the execution of passing, the overhit of passing, rolling it out of play at times. Mistakes are now creeping into their game because they're having to try and force the issue a little bit, persisting playing down this left-hand side.
Thompson, Kerr making a run into the middle. It's towards Sam Kerr, who picks up now. Mace having made the interception. Thompson, no way through for her. Mace gets it away.
But they're the moments for Chelsea. They have to get the ball forward quicker than they are to allow at least a 1v1 opening.
Yet another corner for Chelsea. Baltimore with it. Oh, off the post, and again! Everton clear it away. The closest we have come to Chelsea scoring.
I think Lucy Bronze was in there. It's a lovely hung-up ball from Baltimore. And Brosnan comes for it. It almost hits off 2 or 3 people. Again, off Holmes' guard, they're trying to clear it, but real threatening signs.
Carpenter. Kerr. Away for the corner by Fernandez. Another look. Yeah, that would have been an own goal. Thompson. Another corner. Kitagawa with the header this time. Baltimore, straight into the side netting. Is there a case for Chelsea to change their corner taker?
Well, they've had so many goes at it now, and I think that is a real good shout from them. Just need to change something that they're doing at the moment. Certainly, they're creating more and more pressure on Everton, but it's not enough at the moment.
Bronze. And over the roof on this near side. Carpenter wanted the return ball. Towards Kerr. Fernandez right there with her, and Fernandez has the final touch.
Yeah, good quick thinking from Carpenter with a long throw into Kerr, used her body really, really well just to try and get away from Fernandez. But Fernandez, as she has done all afternoon alongside her back four, stands up to the task.
Baltimore again to swing this ball into the middle. So one into the side netting and one into the roof of the netting.
Now this is where you need some real leadership on the pitch now. Maybe take the pressure off. As you see, Sonia Pastor really, really frustrated at the lack of quality that her side is showing now.
UK captain is going to come on, the Dutch international who started both in the WSL and the Champions League for Chelsea, but was a doubt for today because of a back problem that she picked up whilst on international duty. Hermano is off, and captain is on in her place. Goalkeeper gets there, just. Everton trying to play it out from the back. Really only got one player up forward, but is there a case, Luke, for just belting it away from their own goal?
I think that is certainly a question, but they're not playing in the right areas. They're either trying to overplay.
Captain drives it in deep. Kerr rising high. Carpenter drives it across, takes a couple of deflections off Carpenter and cleared away by Schnoiz.
And that's where you need to be clearing things. If you're not going to play into the striker's feet and Gago to actually keep possession, it has to go big and in behind in the corners, so at least you can regroup.
Just under quarter of an hour, plus additional time remaining. Chelsea nil, Everton 1. Everton, who haven't won in the WSL since the opening weekend of the season. Carpenter ships it into the middle and onto the roof of the Everton net. Is cleared long, and Mace turned with interest though. Mushkin, Kerr, Sam Kerr!
And again, they've changed what they're doing, Everton, after it working so well. A long ball, which doesn't allow Everton's two centre-backs to get up the pitch, and then a mistake in the middle of the pitch again. But it drops out to Alyssa Thompson, who just steps inside brilliantly and uses the body of Mace to just try and curve it into the bottom corner. Brosnan wouldn't have been anywhere near it. But a real warning sign now, not to change what you've been doing. Stick to the things that have been working for you.
Again, they hit it long. Just too much for Gago. Thompson, Baltimore. Germer. Walsh. Baltimore faced by two in Robinson and Ishikawa.
Right now, Chelsea just need to take a big, deep breath. There's plenty of time left to have one bit of quality to get themselves in this game. But at the moment, wrong decision after wrong decision at the moment, and Baltimore finds herself 2v1, not in her favour, and then still decides to try and take on the two opposition players.
Bronze with the header. Turned by Van Hool. Mushkin. Baltimore. And they're through for Thompson. Hayashi. Gago. Robinson making the run on that far side. Gago. Got a bit fortunate there. Itagawa. Hayashi. Hayashi again. Stepping across was Bronze. Captain. by Ishikawa. Watch. Kerr. Away by Kitagawa. Van Hool. Chase here for Robinson. Up against Kerr. Katie Robinson. Will look for support. Everton throw, and they will accept that quite happily.
Yeah, that's absolutely everything that Everton need right now. Katie Robinson does brilliantly to get away after the great ball over the top by Van Gool into a right area, and now just allows Everton to take some pressure off.
Ishikawa with the throw. Schnoiz. Again, Everton with the throw. Chelsea, the reigning WSL champions. They're about 12 or 13 minutes away, you would think, from going down to their first defeat in the WSL this season. And their first defeat for a long, long time. Last loss back in May of 2024 when they were beaten 4-3 at Liverpool.
Inside. Good, Kelly.
By Bronze.
Yeah, stay inside.
Carpenter. Turn here from Captain. Still going, Captain. Still going, looking to poke it into the bottom corner. Brosnan is behind that ball. Ruby May signalling there that Everton might have to make a change.
Yeah, and Captain does brilliantly here just to get away from that on the second one. Keeps it close, but doesn't have enough time to be able to generate any power, and it almost ends up being a toe poke at the end just to get anything on it. But Brosnan equal to it, but again, all the bodies around and people throwing themselves in front of it again just to try and snuff out any time and quality that Chelsea have been able to offer this afternoon.
Izzy Hobson, the 18-year-old England under-19 international, is going to come on. Came on as a substitute at West Ham for her first Everton appearance of the season in the WSL. She was actually on loan at Nottingham Forest at the start of the season, but was recalled in early October. So Kitagawa cannot continue. And Hobson will come on in her place. Six minutes plus additional time remain. Manchester City and their supporters will be fervently hoping that Everton can maintain this one-goal advantage through to full time. as it stands, Manchester City 6 points clear at the top of the WSL table after 10 rounds of matches. Kerr. Thompson. Elisa Thompson lining up the shot.
And that's what we've been asking for. Captain with the run forward, just to open a bit of space for Alicia Thompson to just get herself inside the pitch. And then the play opens up, but the technique again is a little bit rushed. Almost feels like now it's a little bit of desperation for Chelsea, and they're rushing those last bits of quality.
Alicia Thompson, who's scored in Chelsea's last 2 WSL matches, the 1-1 draws away at Arsenal and at Liverpool. Now Chelsea going to drop points again in their defence of the title. Schnoy's underneath it for Everton. Baltimore. It's defending from Ruby Mace. Nice touch off, Captain. Roston saw it all the way.
Yeah, spaces are starting to open up now, especially in front of Everton's back four. And there's been quite a few changes in the side, so it's just, can you stick to the task? But Captain's picking up some really good positions for her side.
Carpenter challenged here by Gargo. Ellie Carpenter. Given away. Carpenter able to retrieve possession for her team though. Nushkin. Headed towards goal. Whistle blown as Nushkin went to try and get on the end of that ball.
Fortunately, that flag went up, but Hayashi was back in there, playing left wing all afternoon, finding herself inside the back post, just to put herself in the way of that being an equaliser.
Hayashi, of course, has to offer the support to the teenager, Hobson, who's on at left back. Bronze. Hobson, able to divert that ball away. Carpenter. Real air of urgency now about Chelsea's play. Carpenter. (18 matches at home in the WSL without a defeat for Chelsea. Schnois. Schnois again. Goes down by Thompson. Bronze is there first. Germa. Kerr, Thompson. It's goal kick. Comes off Alicia Thompson.
She's certainly cutting a frustrated figure out there. It's not for want of trying and a lack of effort. She's been everywhere, but it just isn't coming off for Chelsea today. And Fernandez does brilliantly get across. Cover for Mace, who stepped into midfield. Everton taking every single last second.
As you'd expect. Bronze rising highest above Schnoys. How much additional time is going to be played? Fourth official is preparing the board. Carpenter. Rutin Karnrit. Chested down by Fernandez, not the best of clearances. Carpenter. Rutin Karnrit. And again. Hobson with the challenge, free kick. And a yellow card for Izzy Hobson, and that, as we go into additional time, is the first caution of the afternoon.
It's that little bit of inexperience, just diving in there, and she almost seemed like she had Carnridge. You knew she wanted to go towards the byline, but a big chance for Chelsea to put some pressure on Everton now. Can they defend it as well as they've defended every single corner so far?
Baltimore to take that. High towards a crowd of players at the back post. Everton able to hook it away to safety. Carpenter. Thompson. And you can hear the boos. Everton have a player down inside their own penalty area.
It was hung up to the back post, and Schnoys gets herself into a brilliant position to just clear it away off the line. It almost looked like Brosnan had it. I think it hit off Sam Kerr, but it was all hands to the pump to clear it away.
Ruby Mace, the defender. As the player down. Can't quite believe it's 2 minutes additional time. The amount of substitutions that we've had this afternoon. And some stoppages for injuries as well. Bronze. Time running out for Chelsea. Driven into the middle. Kerr! Cleared off the line. It doesn't cross the goal line. Or did it? Chelsea claiming a goal. It didn't look like it with the naked eye.
What a chance for Chelsea to win it, to get back on level terms. German with the ball in. Kerr looks like she's got on the end of it, and Fernandez somehow keeps it out, and Brosnan's outstretched left arm is able to just claw it off the touchline. What an unbelievable chance for Chelsea. Fantastic defending all round for Everton to keep it at 1-0.
Yellow card for Ishikawa. Everton will take that all afternoon long, though, if they can preserve this one-goal lead. It is a minimum of 5 minutes additional time, I can tell you. Baltimore. So many bodies forward. Back in by Nusken. Off the bar, the header from Vicky Captain. It's increasingly looking like it's going to be Everton's day.
Oh, Nusken gets a lovely ball up the back across, and Alyssa Thompson just nods it brilliantly into the path of Captain, who just can't keep it on target. The timing of the header, and maybe the desperation at the time of the game, she just can't direct it into that top corner. Another big let-off for Everton.
Header from Hobson. Chelsea free kick. It's getting to the now or never stage for Chelsea. At this stage last season, Chelsea have won 9 out of 9 coming into round 10. At the end of round 10 this season, They may well be 6 points behind the leaders, Manchester City. Peng has come forward, the goalkeeper. Baltimore is behind this free kick. Walsh underneath it. Hayashi. Thompson. Minimum of 5 minutes, remember. Kerr can't get there. Ishikawa's half clearance. Thompson beaten by the bounce. Schnoys clears. Anywhere will do as far as Everton are concerned. Peng. Hobson, half away. Carpenter. Rutin-Kanri. Again, Everton clear. Hobson, more height than distance away from goal. Work wide. Thompson. Can try again. Alicia Thompson. Back into the middle. The little back heel, and Everton clear it. We are into time added on to the minimum of 5 minutes. Everton holding firm at the back. Again, the heads go up. It's a corner. Chelsea's 18th corner of the match. Everton have had none. Chelsea have scored in all 31 of their previous WSL matches under Bompastor. Carpenter. Fouled by Gargo. Chelsea free kick, and still we play on. Brian Sorensen can't believe it. This surely is the last chance.
What a chance for Chelsea. And Baltimore's took more set pieces in this match than she could have ever dreamt of. And what a chance in the 97th minute to try and get an equaliser.
Baltimore against the bar. Walsh drives it in. Again, an Everton body is in the way. And Everton have won it. Their game plan has worked to absolute perfection. Honoka Hayashi with the goal for the visitors. It's the first WSL defeat of the season for the reigning champions. For Everton, a first victory in the league since the opening day of the season when they won at Liverpool. Brosnan heroic at the back, Ruby Mace outstanding in the centre of defence. What a result for Everton. Chelsea 0, Everton 1. Luke Chambers, wow.
Wow indeed, what a way to finish, and absolute credit has to go to Everton and the whole defensive performance, the tactics that they employed this afternoon, and Courtney Brosnan in their goal. What an inspired performance by her and her team. Chelsea just lacking that cutting edge on an evening where they had a lot of chances, loads of possession. They just lacked that little bit of quality that they've shown so far and so often over the last few seasons. But a real fantastic result for Everton after a great result in the Cup previously, and they are moving in the right direction. Look at what it means to them all, and Everton will be the happiest side obviously this afternoon, but Chelsea, questions to be answered moving into the next few weeks at WSL.
Here's the story of the game in numbers. Plenty of numbers as well, most of them high from Chelsea. The only one that really matters though, the one at the top. Everton with the one goal. Let's have a look then at the highlights in a moment of a dramatic afternoon at Kings Meadow. Chelsea started the match very brightly indeed and forced an early save out of the Everton goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan.
That was an absolutely brilliant save. Macario got it on her left side and she caused Everton problems early on with her movement, but Brosnan.
Everton managing to break after 12 minutes. It was almost their first attack of the afternoon, and it resulted in what proved to be the only goal of the afternoon. Honoka Hayashi on the end of the ball across from Tony Payne.
And it was the break from Tony Payne and the quality, and Hayashi, who did it all evening long, outrunning everyone with anticipation, desire, and finishing brilliantly for Everton.
So from then on, it was always going to be a question of whether Chelsea could find a way back into this match. Alicia Thompson with this shot, but again, Brosnan in the way.
It was one of the real openings where Chelsea had a bit of space, and Alicia Thompson did everything brilliantly, but Brosnan was so equal to it.
All sorts of defending utilised by Everton in an attempt to keep the ball out. This a great chance for Chelsea as it hit the post, but Everton able to clear. Baltimore's free kick into the middle, cleared away off the line by Katja Schnoys. Chelsea increasingly desperate. Kerr with that chance across, and there was Martina Fernandez to prevent the ball going across the goal line.
And it was absolutely brilliant defending, but look at that there from Brosnan, clawing it off the line.
Everton grimly holding on. Could Chelsea find an equaliser? Off the bar from the substitute, Iki Captain.
And Captain just had to try and generate too much power, and in the end, the direction and accuracy wasn't there.
This is virtually the last kick of the match. Baltimore off the bar. Goalkeeper might well have got a finger to it. Everton holding on for the win, though. What a dramatic afternoon at Kings Meadow. Courtney Brosnan, big argument for her to be player of the match. Ruby Mace, big argument for her to be player of the match. But what a result, Luke Chambers, for Everton.
Oh, will any of them care who gets player of the match? Every single player who was on that pitch this afternoon, and even their manager, Brian Sorensen, on the touchline, you heard him all day long. And once they got that lead, they never looked like they were really going to give it up. And what a performance by Brosnan in the goal. Absolutely match-winning saves for them over and over again, but every single play you could highlight for Everton this afternoon. And what a performance, what a positive performance for them to take in for the rest of the season.
Real blow for Chelsea, though, the reigning WSL champions, their first defeat in the league this season.
Oh, and I think that's why we love football so much, because it can all be weighted in so many teams' favours at the moment, but Chelsea just didn't have the quality and didn't probably have the game plan, what they needed this afternoon to get the win over Everton that they so much needed in that race for that top spot in the league.
A satisfied smile that says absolutely everything on the face of Brian Sorensen, who executed a game plan and it worked perfectly. And those travelling Everton supporters very, very happy with their team's performance. Remember, they hadn't won in the league since the opening weekend when they won 4-1 at Liverpool. Let's get some post-match thoughts then from the Everton goalkeeper, Courtney Brosnan.
Beaten at last, and you played a big role in that, Courtney Brosnan.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of the team. Obviously, we knew it was going to be tough. Chelsea are an unbelievable team, but I think I'm just so proud of how everyone showed up. We kept working for 90-plus minutes, and we got what we deserved for today, yeah.
And when we were into the 6th minute of injury time, what were you thinking? Did you think you were going to hold on?
Yeah, I think it's one of those days where, you know, no matter what, we could be here for a lot longer, and I don't think they would have scored. I think that's just the heart and the passion, the desire that we had today. So, I mean, obviously I wanted the whistle to be blown, but it was good.
And away from Chelsea's unbeaten record, it's a massive 3 points for your side.
Yeah, I think obviously, we've been really in need of a win, so obviously it's great to get one against Chelsea, and I think, we need to kick on from here, and especially the second half of the season, we know that we can do better and, get more points and results, so it's great to get the win here today.
And you've got some big games coming up as well, Arsenal and Manchester City, but how confident will you be feeling after beating the reigning champions?
Yeah, I think that's what you have to be like in this league. We know the quality of every team in this league. Every game is difficult, but you show up and you want to get 3 points from every game. We need to put in that work and obviously, try to do everything we can to get 3 points.
And before I give you player of the game, do you have a favourite save from that game?
Oh, God, I don't know. I think I can't think straight right now, but obviously I'm just really proud of the whole team. Probably some of the blocks from the defenders were better than my save, so I'm just really proud of us and happy to get the win and the clean sheet.
Congratulations, you are the Barclays player of the game.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Republic of Ireland international Courtney Brosnan, born in the United States, player of the match this afternoon. Here's the results from week 10 in the WSL. Yesterday, Arsenal beat Liverpool by 2-1. Manchester City with a big 3-0 win at Leicester. All 3 goals coming in the second half. Brighton and Hove Albion getting an early goal to win at the London City Lionesses. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Aston Villa 1. And that was a 94th minute winner for Tottenham from Olivia Holt. Manchester United beating West Ham by 2-1. But arguably, the result of the weekend, the match we've just seen, Everton winning 1-0 at Chelsea, the reigning champions. And this is what it means to the WSL standings. Manchester City out on top, 6 points ahead of Chelsea, 7 ahead of Manchester United. And for Everton, that moves them up from 5 points up to 8 points. All 8 points have come away from home. What a result for them as they look to play Arsenal at home next Saturday. Chelsea are in Champions League action on Wednesday when they face Roma before they're away to Brighton next weekend in their final WSL fixture of 2025. Hope you enjoyed this match. We look forward to seeing you again for some more coverage from the WSL.